sign, house, and planet that are associated with Scorpio. Scorpio is the 8th principle, so it's the 8th house.
Yeah.
And the sign Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and also by Mars, because Pluto wasn't discovered until 1930. So when Pluto was discovered, then it became obvious that this new force is definitely associated with Scorpio, because we look at what's happening in history when a new sign is discovered. And 1930, well, Pluto was discovered. It happened to be the same time that plutonium was being developed into a weapon, and it was going to be used in a very few years after that to kill millions of people. That's right. Hitler, Mussolini, Stalin were all rising to power. The world was in a massive famine. There was a Great Depression. I mean, all over the globe, it was just a very dark time.
Boom, Pluto shows up.
Yeah.
Wow.
In Cancer, when it was discovered. And right now, this is an interesting piece associated with Scorpio. Pluto's now traveling through Capricorn, which is it's the opposite sign from when it was discovered.
Okay.
And it moves so slowly that this is the first time that it has reached that position.
Wow.
So we're having to face our collective karma.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
Pluto moved into the sign Capricorn, which is a sign of, pay the bill, consequences. Consequences for our indulgences, really, in 2008, and of course that's when the economy crashed.
Oh yeah, that's neat to link it to all the world sort of happenings that most people are aware
of. Scorpio represents our collective mass of our collective emotional body, because the slower moving planets represent more universally shared qualities that we and the fixed water, because water is a solvent, right? We all are dissolved. We all share the same collective feelings, the same collective unconscious, the same archetypal relationships. When we have a dream, we share those dreams with other people, and there is a place in us where we can't really tell the difference between ourselves and other people, and that's Scorpio, and also Pisces, very much so. So it's the slower moving outer planets represent the transcendent qualities
in everybody.
Or the transcendent isn't the right word for Scorpio, because it's not about transcending, it's about immersing. It's an immersive place where we all kind of have to take responsibility for things like the Holocaust, for things like genocide, things like the crash of the economy, and all these mass events that we feel helpless about, because they're so big, they're bigger than we are as individuals, but each individual has a the in themselves where we kind of
contribute.
We contribute. We share the emotional patterns and imprints and habits and denials that contribute. Like, they all collectively add up to become this giant human race kind of denial system that behaves in a destructive manner toward ourselves and toward the planet.
What's the 8th house rule?
The 8th house is the place of everything that we don't want to notice, everything we don't want to know or feel, kind of gets shunted into the 8th house, and it gets frozen there in this fixed ice way.
Really?
And as long as it's frozen, it kind of keeps building up over time. And sooner or later it kills us, because it's where we die, right? The 8th house is the place of death. It's a place of rebirth as well. So it's about those places, those peak experiences where we have to transform. It's like, oh my God, my father died. There's a personal example. When my father died, Pluto was conjuncting my Saturn, which rules the father, and opposing Mars, my Mars natally, which is about my masculine qualities. And it really was. It was a death rebirth experience around my relationship with the father archetype, with my own father, and with my own masculine self. So whenever Pluto transits through a chart, or whenever a planet transits through the 8th house, and whenever we have natal planets in the 8th house, that's a place where we are going to go through some kind of a crisis of transformation, regeneration, death rebirth cycle.
Right.
And it never feels good. This is the hardest part about astrology, because we cannot give people shortcuts or bypasses or workarounds to get through a Pluto transit. All we can say is it'll pass.
Yeah. Slowly,
Yeah.
but it will pass.
It'll pass, and we can give tools.
Yeah.
And different astrologers have different belief systems around what's going to help. My favorite tool is cry. Just let it out. The tears won't kill you, even if it feels like it will. But it'll help you release the emotional energy that is held in that place. And the more you release, the more you melt that ice, the more you soften, the more power you regain. So it really is the quickest and most efficient way to go there, but it's the least popular.
Yes. Yeah.